Brief study tour by the European Council on Foreign Relations. We do these things in areas that are of interest for the European Union, and we normally come and listen, look at the facts, and then formulate policy recommendations for the European decision makers. So we will be here today, well, as a matter of fact we go to Belgrade tonight and then back home. But the ECFR has a long-standing engagement with the Western Balkans and with the EU accession issues. And since the EU accession is one of the important issues throughout the region, it is of course important to follow developments here and to be able to formulate the policy prescriptions. So we've been listening. This meeting here, we'll have quite a number of other meetings throughout the day before we leave tonight.
Any meetings with the President and, as you announced on your blog, I believe?
In Gruevski?
We'll see which meetings develop, but it's ongoing. But we will meet all political forces of relevance.
What is your estimation about the situation until now?
Well, we've only been here. I'm not going to make an estimation before we have met more people, obviously, because we want to listen to everyone. But I mean, you have a constitution. You've had elections. You have a constitution that applies to all European countries. There can be problems sometimes. That is not entirely unknown. But follow the constitution and follow the democratic practice. That's the way to sort out problems in European democracies.
What's not happening?
Well, we'll see.
What is your opinion about President Ivanov? He refused to meet you, and
I wasn't aware that he refuses to meet me, but our interest is not primarily meeting him. We have a lot of other meetings, primarily with the political forces. We are not here to meet the president.
Have you asked?
I don't know. I haven't asked.
What do you think about his position in this crisis?
Since I haven't met him, I haven't listened to him, so I don't know his position. But we listen primarily to the political forces.
Will you meet also the ambassadors of the United States and the...
We meet a couple of ambassadors, obviously, yes.
Do you have any message for the leaders?
Democracy, constitution, Europe. Yeah, well, that's...
You described as a growth situation.
Sorry?
You described as a growth situation the station in Macedonia. Do you see a future solution? Any solution in the future?
There is a solution to everything in life. And in political systems, that might be Macedonia, that might be Sweden, that might be Greece, that might be Serbia, that might be Bosnia. There's a constitution. More or less complicated issues should always be sorted out in accordance with the constitution. Then sort of an amount of turmoil does happen. But as long as you have a constitution and respect that particular framework, the different political forces normally manage to find a solution. I would expect that to happen here as well.
What
now
European Union, what Brussels can do in this situation?
Well, Macedonia is run by Macedonians, but I understand that Macedonia wants to be a member of the European Union and wants to go into an accession process, which I personally have been supporting very much over the years. And there have been problems, the famous name issue, but there are also other issues. There are sort of democratic standards that are there if you want to be a member of the European Union, of course.